Welcome one and all to another amazing night here in Tranquility.
We absolutely are in for a treat of a match here tonight, no question about it.
And the grenades from Pomku eliminate everybody on the field.
Now I'm between something as well. It's going to be applied as a death block them, and it's going to be huge. Fighting three.
The double kill with the Bastion ulti? Alright, I see you guys.
For B-Well, look to find a stick there, finds the stick, they find two with it!
Those who find the picks will save the fight, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
And Cam with the four-man punch off the map!
Experience tranquility.
Hello, Tranquility. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It's like right on the border for me, so I got confused. We're here today to bring you the finals of our Transcendence tier preseason tournament. I'm Purple Figure, play-by-play caster for tonight, joined by my color caster, Aquariagus.
Aquariagus, I will be your analyst for the night. Yeah, close enough. Just say Aqua. Just say Aqua.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, don't worry. But yeah, the preseason finals for Transcendence here are occurring tonight, and it appears that I just got the information that our first map is going to be Oasis, which is going to be, personally, I think that's a pretty good map. As of recently, I think just a couple of days ago, Season 6 released, and so like the meta's completely changed at this point. So I've seen, like, for I think one day, we had just the weird, funny Bastion Orisa composition.
It might still be real. It might still be a thing that exists. I mean,
no, like the day after, so the same person that leaked it on Twitter was like, nah, it's Jover.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Varuna did say. Yeah, so I asked Varuna. Apparently, teams are still trying that, but there is also a diva. There is also a diva comp that is being run. But I mean, irrespective of what OWL teams are trying, I mean, we're more focused on these two teams, Empire and Krakens, which are our finalists. It's been a decently long road for them to get here. Both of these teams claimed a few scalps, played a few entertaining matches, I'm sure, and this one promises to be no different. I mean, it's first of three. I believe it's the second first three match of a bracket, the first being the losers bracket finals. But composition-wise, yeah, this new patch I really think has introduced so much depth. It's so many new unknowns. I mean, not least the inclusion of a new hero,
which we don't get to see this week. But
this is so sad.
First, we will be able to see Illari the first week of the actual season for Discord tier, and then second week for all other teams. The tiers. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in that case, I mean, even without Iari, I mean, the meta change, the balance patch, I mean, almost half the hero roster was hit with those changes. That significantly altered who's good, who's not as good. I mean, most importantly,
Bastion's no longer a troll pick.
That is true. Bastion.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
This is so sad. Bastion and Tor are both good now, and I hate it.
Grr.
But I mean, the important thing is that Sombra, Tracer, Winston, Brigana, Dive, nowhere near as good as it used to be.
07 to the classic dive comp.
Rip Bozo. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a main support. I'm a support player, but I just don't like playing that composition. It's just not fun. It's flowchart Overwatch for your backline. It's either Nano Brig and you live miraculously, or your backline's insta dead.
I personally enjoy it because I get to play Ana. That's it.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I just force Ana and rom comp sometimes in the Ramatra Rush, and it works. But going into Oasis, I mean, it's one of those maps with decent bit of compositional variety. I mean, you see the brawl, you see the dive. So with these unknowns, I mean, what comps do you expect we'll see on this map?
Probably Orisa and Diva, given the current situation over an L, but I also think a Ramatra is still like really good.
You got a red team for me.
Maybe a little try and still force the ball, but as we're about to go, and we'll soon find out. I know we just classic dive.
Yeah, okay, this is interesting. So we're seeing, I don't know what lineups either of these teams have been running, but man, these rosters are stacked.
I know, like, yeah, we had some
I've played against a fair few players in both of these lineups in other leagues, but Istos probably gonna swap onto the Tracer, but this Torbjorn pick from Train, a bit of an interesting one versus the Echo of Kilroy. With this Torbjorn, you're looking more to hurt the other team's ability to set up your dive, rather than enabling your own. Is with that turret, with that Rivik gun, you're really able to control angles, control space, and that's what this dive pump of the Krakens wants to do. But with this dive,
yeah, also like the Kraken's Echo, like just plays more like the dive, but more in focus styles.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna see, I mean, Bibbleman or Gabe wrapping around this high ground, looking for a little bit of an angle onto the backline of Krakens at the moment. The Torb turret goes down early, taken out by that poke from Kilroy, by that tri-shot of the Echo. Winston's, Kingpin's dive gonna come in, as is that Winston bubble, but nothing really gonna be found from it. The rest of the team not really set up, but the counter dive onto Bibbleman's dive from Kingpin is gonna come through. Empire, though, they're getting the first progress on this point. They are gonna be the first to cap. That being said, this fight still hangs in the balance. No picks being found, very little ult charge being got, except for Istos getting up to 70% on that pulse bomb. Aristotle getting him taken. Kingpin takes out Train. Istos getting Kilroy for the trade. So both DPS, both Flex DPS falling on the side of Empire. Or not on the side of Empire, on each team really. We're seeing these Winstons grappling around the point, but Aristotle gonna find the better of Istos in that dive matchup, in that survival of the dive, which is going to put Krakens at an early man advantage. A great start to this fight for them.
Yeah, we're also gonna see just like this like very slow brawl as like the rest of Empire falls around as Krakens try to leap. We're actually gonna see Aristotle invest the nano to go into the dive for Kingpin here. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a very aggressive play. I mean, the pulse bomb comes out from Dogwagger as well, who does fall to Beebleman, but he gets, I believe that is glitch for his trouble, and Kilroy taking out Beebleman means that the point is gonna flip back to Krakens. A pretty expensive fight. Kilroy did swap onto this Reaper now, offering a bit more of that anti-dive.
I mean, it does, however, it can also play more into like this more brawly dive style that Krakens may be looking to have. Like, we also see that Empire was able to get 44% on the point as they're looking to set up on this left side. Ultimate economy is still pretty even, however, Glitch is far closer to Nano since Aerosol had to invest it last fight.
Oh, indeed they did, and we're gonna see Kingpin making ample use. I mean, Kingpin doesn't need that nano to get picks. That's 2 on the fight. That's the supports of Empire gone. But Beebleman gets the exact same picks. What is this mirror matchup in every sense? But Istos going to flip it in favor of Empire, getting that pick on a Dogwaggler. The double primal rages come out. This is way too symmetrical. This is screwing my head. It feels like Inception. But Krakens, they're going to be holding on to anything they can find in this fight, but Empire are going to cap this point up.
Yeah, we also see, now that we have the Reaper Torb coming from Krakens, it's a bit unorthodox, but if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Again, we're gonna see the Krakens like you're going to position this right side for a protective dive. See what happens with Bowman and Kilroy here.
Oh, big, and that's really smart from Kilroy, setting up the off angle, coming in with that Death Blossom teleport combo. Just takes out B-Ballman. Istos falls as well. Glitch getting zoned just off the face of the earth. Taken out by a headshot from Dongwaggler. That Rivet gun proving to be worth its weight in molten gold. In fact, not just regular gold because it's Torb. But Krakens, they are going to flip-flop this point back. A significant disadvantage in point percentage, but they do have ults for this next fight.
Yeah, we're seeing like the Nano coming out from Aerosol. The switch over to Ball Echo from Empire, that, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad choice, however, I'm interested to see how it's going to play against the strong backline of an on break that Aristotle and Bell are driving. It's just...
The interesting thing for me... Oh, wow, okay, Istos, what a statement that is. I mean, you come in on Oasis, you just instantly kill through with that pulse bomb, that's huge. Train getting Dogwaggler, B-Ballman gets Kingpin. Kilroy did get the trade onto Train, but it's not going to matter as with 78% on the board for Empire, 80% and climbing. They're now setting themselves up into position to take this first map. And B-Ballman, he is well and truly in his element. B-Ballman, I mean, it's kind of in the name. This guy's a ball player. He loves that rat. He loves the wrecking ball gameplay. He's a whimsical guy just rolling around, having a good time. And Krakens, they're going to have to figure out something fast to respond on because the points at 97% and climbing. They're going to get this contest through, but Mello split. Mellow did get hit by that anti-nade, dropping him very, very low. Going to get taken out. The synergy from Istos to follow up. So good. Cry does fall to the Nano Winston of Kingpin. That Tesla cannon setting, just creating havoc in the backline, but Aristotle going to take out Train, so now the man advantage, the pig advantage in favor of Krakens, and it looks like at the final hour they're going to retake this point.
Yeah, well, B-Ball Man's gonna have to look for some miracle as we're going to final fight territory for this point for both teams. As Kraken switches over to the Lucio and Cassie to maybe try and counter the ball a little bit, and we're gonna see the 99 happen.
Yeah, 99 to 99. I mean, this one fight putting this map in the balance. The minefield comes out from B-Ball Man, maybe just to create a little bit of a trap for Krakens, in particular for Kingpin, who might have thought back into that space, but now he can't. It's literally just a minefield. That primal rage is going to keep him alive, and Glitch will be anything but, as Kingpin, with that primal rage, with the support of his team, is going to be able to get one. Istos with the pulse bomb able to trade him out. A duplicate came out from Train, though no value being found, and it gets burst down by Aristotle. Now, the B-Ball Man getting up to half health on this wrecking ball is gonna have to play for his life around this edge. Glitch flopped onto the Kiriko to get back. Cry dropping very low on this Brigand. Kilroy with the Cassidy. The Cowboy goes huge, getting one with the High Noon, getting one more onto Cry. And Krakens, what a statement this is. You come into this map, you show that you can actually take Empire the distance. Glitch falls, B-Ball Man falls, and Empire, you take the first sub-map. Whoa, this is gonna be an insane series.
Oh, absolutely. A very close first point just on the first map. Like, both Empire and Krakens were constantly swapping to, like, outplay the other, looking for that outplay, trying to get the other at a severe disadvantage while also trying to balance that ultimate economy. It was a very fascinating to watch. We're going to see Empire roll on Bastion Reinhardt.
Interesting. This is okay. So we're not seeing any Orisa. We're not seeing Orisa at all. We're seeing this one-to-one honest Reinhardt matchup. I mean, this is bog standard brawl. I think we all know how it works. The only adaptation is this Reaper
Bastion
from
versus Reaper.
And Bastion from Istos. That burst damage from the Bastion could be everything in these fights. We're seeing B-Ball Man a bit of a playstyle difference, whereas B-Ball Man looking to take this straight brawl fight in the right-hand room, whereas Kingpin looking to get onto these outside edges and play around them. Both mid walls coming out. B-Ball Man's gonna get split up early, and Istos taking out the sound cannon from Mello, getting early value on this fight. The B-Ball Man dropping very, very low. The Immortality Field thrown out from Glitch, burst down instantly. Dong Waggler takes out B-Ball Man, and Krakens. This brawl matchup looking very, very good for them thus far.
Yeah, the wall from Dongwaggler onto B-Ball Man and Istos was like just exactly what Krakens needed to completely take down Empire. Usually you want to like play to bait out Bastion's turret form, given the new Overwatch 2 changes compared to Overwatch 1. However, like if you can just melt the Bastion, that also works, like as we just saw. And Aristotle already has the ultimate advantage against Glitch. It's like the closest one to out of the ults actually didn't get, like, just come out now. We're gonna see how that's gonna turn out for them.
Yeah, I mean, Aristotle is just a crazy bot player. That window coming out immediately, very quickly built. I found myself too often on the other end of that window, but Dongwaggler is lucky he's not on the opposite. His Train is going to fall through that icicle to the head. The Immortality Field coming out from Glitch is desperately trying to keep their full team up, and it's going to pay dividends as Istos gets two. B-Ball Man gets one as well out of Aristotle. The healing all gone for Krakens, but they don't need any healing. Kilroy gets two. Dongwaggler getting two as well on the fight, and Krakens holding strong even in the face of just Istos killing two, running rampant on this Bastion.
Yeah, now Empire's going to be coming up on nearly all their ults this fight and getting some in the mid fight, while Kraken's is going to be also going to be down with ults, as we're going to see the Shatter come out from B-Ball Man.
And no, this is so sad. The Shatter gets absolutely nothing. Blizzard's going to come out now from Dongwaggler. Kilroy looking for a pick with it. He's going to take out Train. The Immortality Field comes out, and the Shatter from Kingpin, the Hammer, the death knell potentially for Empire's fate on this first map. Mello does fall to the Bastion, to the artillery form from Istos. So if a glimmer of hope, a window of hope does open itself up for Empire, Cry is seeking to blow that window wide open into a door, taking out Dongwaggler, and Empire are going to cap this point. However, that's 2 ults to 3 for Krakens.
Yeah, and by the time Glitch has yet to use the window, while Aristotle is already on their second, as Krakens also has 2 more ultimates and Death Blossom. It's gonna be they're probably going to look to play very aggressively here against Empire. As we see the
Yeah.
window coming out from Glitch.
Yeah, you're seeing Kilroy roaming a little bit, trying to get into a position to use that Blossom, but Dongwaggler is going to be the first to fall. So Empire now, they're setting themselves up. They're getting some momentum, and this right now is what you really need.
Yeah, like the Brawl comp is all about the momentum and keeping it. If you're not able to keep it while it's having enough sustain, you're just not going to have that same victory.
Yeah, I mean, you do need that sustain. You'd also need the window from Aristotle to get big value. It does! As People-Man falls, the Blizzard from Train is gonna come out, it's gonna get nothing. Only Mellow falls and Kilroy! That's 3 kills! That's the... He said die, 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 and every word, someone fell. And Krakens now, 83% and climbing on the point. You may just take this first map.
Yeah, and Empire only has a bash, the bash and artillery, but which could be easily countered by Mel. Like, again, Empire has to look to make a miracle happen here, as we're gonna see the Istos use the ult here. Venn diagram.
Bastion ult comes out, but it's not going to get anything. Mello able to wall right away, skating for his life, absolutely balling out on this Lucio. This Immortality Field comes out from Glitch, but nothing to be found from it. The tempo beat from Mello comes out, just seeking to put the nail in at the Empire's coffin, seeking to be the Visigoths to the Roman Empire on this map. And People-Man is in such a bad position. He almost gets the Shatter up, but he's not able to. He falls 92% of that Shatter. That could cost Empire everything. Kingpin gets 2. Mello did the Lucio gap in play, taking out Pride. Kilroy falls, but I don't think it is enough to save Empire, as Istos falls, Glitch falls, and Krakens take the first map.
I know you did not just make that Visigoth reference.
I did. I don't know where I pulled that out from. I have no idea where I pulled that out from.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like, dang. Disrespecting 2 Empires right about now. Holy.
Hey, I mean, credit to the Krakens. They've pulled themselves out of the depths, I guess. I mean, what a statement this is. Really.
Yeah, Krakens was able to keep their aggression like very. They were able to hold their aggression when they needed to, but like also very like have this like aggro style that just like Empire had to strongly contend with on that second point university, which, however, because of that first like fight with Dong Wilder as well onto Istos, killing the Bastion melee, they were able to keep that tempo going and build their ultimates much faster, like just able to keep winning fight after fight, except for the 1 or 2 that they didn't. Oh, we don't know those 2.
It really does feel like Krakens are kind of just going crazy. I mean, it feels like they're taking the first steps in these fights. They're on the front foot. They're forcing out Empire's utility, and especially Glitch's lamp, especially that Immortality Field, which that is so big for your ability to survive a fight, so big for your sustain, and I really feel like Glitch is not getting as much value out of it as they need to be getting. So going into this next map, I mean, for Empire, I think they need to be.
I think they need that that's like not Brawl. Like,
yeah,
I don't think you can contend with Brawl there.
If they keep playing like this, I don't think they can. I agree.
No, like I'm not. Again, I was not really a huge fan of the Bastion, because it's so easy to just counterplay against, since you just bait out 1 cooldown, and then also like as you said, like with Baptiste Lamp, it's a 25-second cooldown that like even if you respawn, it doesn't. I don't believe it just instantly comes back like most every other. So like you have to be very deliberate with how you use it, and like the positioning of it when you use it, everything. Like the amount of value that can be got off of it, but also lost from poor usage is incredibly high.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, really though, what this is, I think, is just a really big statement of intent from Krakens. Because in the upper bracket final, we saw this exact same matchup. Empire won 2-1. Krakens made their way here technically through the losers bracket. They beat Frost Nova to get here, and they're showing that they don't want to lose this next one, this match. I mean,
there's an Australian saying that I could say right now, but I'm not going to. Like, they're not here to play with spiders. They're here to win.
I mean, once you're in a final, it's kind of assumed that you are here to win. But going into this next map, like you said, I mean, Empire, I think they need to pick something that's that they can run that dive on, because they looked to play it a lot
They looked
closer.
pretty good on it, yeah.
I mean, Ilios City Center Ilios Oasis City Center.
Oasis, yeah, there you go.
I'm a genius. It's my room's like 90 degrees right now. It's screwing with my brain. But
Dude.
I don't know. My
moment.
fan's not doing anything.
California moment.
Yeah, it is what it is. But that city center map, it did only go. It was one fight. I mean, a few picks. It could have gone Empire's way. We could be looking at Empire 1-0 right now. But I really think they do need to play something that they can play that ball comp on. They can play that dive on, because they just look so much better on it. They look so much more cohesive on it.
Yeah, you just need to play to your. Oftentimes with map choices, you have to play to your comforts, and which is by all definitions still affected by the meta. But like, still, you want something that you and your players will be comfortable enough to think that you're going to win on, which I think might not be I know we've been harassing the Empire about this, but maybe it's not necessarily the brawl. And from the switch over on the screen, I think Krakens is going to be on attack first. So we don't know the map just yet, but we know who's going to be attacking and defending.
Okay, Blizzard World is
Blizzard
next.
World.
Yeah. So this attack. Okay, this is probably one of the best maps Empire could have chosen. I think is you can run the brawl here, but the thing is, on this
Time is better.
defense, you do have that left side high ground on the defense. It's so good for getting your DPS angles, for getting your backline angles to dive off of, and that can really be just. I mean, your dive lives and dies by your ability to set up angles, to set up your DPS, set up your Winston in particular to be the tip of the spear for that dive. And I think if Empire are able to do that, they're going to set themselves in really good stead. But for Krakens, like, you've shown that you can contend on the brawl. The dive, though, this is a bit of a... That dive mirror, it got a bit hairy for you. I think they're going to need to look to clean up their play a little bit.
I mean, it's only the first map. It's still likely improve throughout this year. I know, like, a couple of days ago, we were in trans discussion, like, you were asking for no Lifeweaver to be played. I think you're still gonna get your wish, unfortunately.
I don't want Lifeweaver, please. I hate this character. I hate watching him. I hate playing him. I've played him like 4 times, and those were when I was ringing for scrims and when the Orisa comp was still meta, or when people thought it was at least.
Lifeweaver in that?
I was playing, we were playing Lifeweaver, Iari, Sojourn, Bastion, and Orisa. And it was an experience. It's jail overload. It's so bad. But, I mean, I think we can all be grateful for that.
Jail.
Yeah, I'm not going to Lifeweaver jail.
I mean, good for you, but I'm still holding out. We still got 2 more maps, at least. I can dream.
Yeah,
You don't want it though.
We could see a Lifeweaver on defense. We could. Heavy emphasis on could though. Because I don't know.
We probably won't. We're gonna be honest with ourselves.
I mean, yeah, the overwhelming likelihood is that we won't, but we are seeing some subs come in. Toxic he is okay. Toxic's just a crazy off-tank player. Winta, I do not know at all. I don't think I've ever played with them or seen them play, but I mean, this Dongwaggler set a pretty good standard for these Krakens DPS line, so I trust that Winta is going to be able to come and do some inspirational things. But
I'm sorry, Toxic is paying people to do something. What's happening in match chat there?
Toxic match fixing? Tranquility admins, get on this, please.
This wasn't in the scripts, right?
Kingpin's onto it. But looking at this attacking composition from Empire,
what attack is interesting.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be really bad for Empire. I mean,
this is certainly cooking here.
This is definitely cookery. If I'm being honest though, I think the kitchen's on fire. Like, you're seeing this brawl composition, or this dive, I went through all the compositions and I didn't get the right one. But yeah, this Sig Poke composition, I mean, you have that orb, you have that Ash, you want to set up those off angles. but you're playing into this dive backline, which it's so hard to push that dive backline. You're basically just praying that you can survive. And when your Tracer on the side of Krakens are able to set up space, are able to take space like they are in this comp, like you're seeing Toxic try to rotate under onto this point. They're doing an excellent job of cutting sightlines of Kilroy, so Kilroy can't really get any poke in. Now that Istas Dynamite comes through, the anti-nade though from Aristotle, it's in another 4 people. That being said, Kingpin does just get absolutely melted. Not the great start, not the best start for Krakens, and somehow Empire's making this work. They've gotten 2 picks.
Yeah, it's likely here that Aristotle and Meadow are gonna die pretty quickly afterwards. Like, I guess the 3 worked. Just like the amount of spam damage that like Kingpin was handed to him as soon as he like it peaked them for even like a couple seconds, just completely melted Kraken's front line. As we're gonna see Baptiste Mercy.
Yeah, I think this. Okay, well they're playing more of this. They're taking more of this poke mirror. Kilroy's making it work. Kilroy does get the pick on the Istas. So Mello, I think here just wants to pocket this Ashe. Aristotle's just gonna play it like this poke. The only difference between the 2 comps though is that Winston versus that Sig, and I really think Kingpin's gonna struggle. I'm hearing things. I heard a Bob come out, but there was no Bob. I mean, Train's Torp turret's gonna get broken. We're seeing Cry building up to this window, that amplification matrix, which can be the sort of focusing point for this poke. But Kilroy, that's another pick on the fight. That's 2 now. The DPS of Empire just obliterated, gone like leaves in the wind. And Kingpin, this Empire will crumble a bit more as he takes out Toxic. He puts the fight to bed, at least for now. So Krakens, they're gonna get a bit of footing on this point.
Yeah, both Krakens and Empire are currently just playing for their Ashes, Istas and Kilroy to just go kill, essentially. However, this fight's looking to be another one of those ult fights, as everybody's coming up on their ult while Cry and Kilroy already have theirs.
Yeah,
Here's the long rotation as well.
Oh, Glitch gets an early pick on a King. That's 2 early picks. Oh no, that's 3. Mello goes for res, gets head tapped by Istas. Will either be not Mello at all or just extra Mello after that. I mean, that's just unfortunate for Empire. Or for Krakens. You're not really able to even get that fight started. But now Krakens, they're almost at 5 ults. The only one they don't really have is Winfa's Molten Core, I believe. I might be wrong on that. I can't tell if that's a 5 or a 9. But Toxic now with this Gravitic Flux might just have to burn down Kingpin. We're seeing the ultimates come out. The Immortality Shield or the Amplification Matrix online. Bob out from Kilroy. Cry now with that Amplification Matrix looking to make something happen. No picks really coming through. There's one from Aristotle looking to get some damage out onto this high ground. Nothing comes from it though. As Glitch blocks that Transcendence, but Toxic falls. That's not how you want to lose. That's your ability to take space almost entirely gone. Unless Empire can get a pick, I think they'll just have to back out here.
Yeah, Toxic also died while mid-casting Gravitic Clutch, which is very tragic for Empire here, as Krakens is going to again once just set up on the high ground here, as I think they're just looking to maybe stagger. No,
yeah, I mean,
he was dead.
Kingpin just gets crumpled. I feel like he's died first like 3 fights in a row now, which is not the start you want at all. This Winston though just kind of crumples into that Discord orb, and we're gonna see he doesn't want the smoke. He's gonna swap Sig, but not before Train just takes Kilroy's head off. That's not the start you want at all. I mean, the Valkyrie from Mello comes out, but it's not really gonna save anyone. You can't position for that res. You have no space. You have no tank to help you take space, and now Kingpin just desperately looking to get the touch onto this point. The Molten Core comes out from Winston, but Mello falls, taken out of the sky by Istas. The Valkyrie's wings will be clipped, and Train takes out Kingpin, and for Krakens, this is getting kind of dire. I mean, Empire now have 3.5 minutes on this attack.
Yeah, Kingpin needed to like swap earlier onto the Sigma for this composition to work a little bit better. Like, as Winston, you don't really fit in necessarily well into the identity of this Baptiste Mercy poke comp, as we're also going to see Winta switch over to the Hanzo's Aristotle just really gets his head taken off, which is just going to lead to an early res, which if Empire is smart about this, they're going to take advantage of, which is very evident that they are going to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect pick. It feels like Istas has just been getting the better of the Kilroy in this matchup a lot of the time. We saw Winter swapping onto this Hanzo now. So maybe looking for a bit more of that outright poke versus that angle denial. The Aristotle's window going to come out from a very deep position. It is really, I don't like this window because you can see like Empire's just so easily able to kite out. Toxic can hide behind this rubble. The rest of Empire can just hide behind the corner. And Istos gonna get Kilroy again. Kilroy playing Respawn Simulator. Cry taking Mellow down again. That resurrection not able to come through. And it feels like for Krakens, nothing is nothing working at all. Winter, what is that? That's two huge kills under the backline of Empire. The supports are gone. The Transcendence is gone. But the Gravitic Flux from Toxic is gonna make sure that there will be no uprising. That the Empire will stand strong. There is no Visigoth pun for you today. I am sorry. As Empire caps this third point with 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I think this is again just a whole tempo thing. Like as Empire was able to consistently build up, like while Kingpin was, albeit a little bit stuck on the Winston, never really given a good opportunity to like swap off to the Sigma. Just like they were time and time again. Like I think Glitch was on. Then just getting that Discord on Kingpin and just melting him like that because of Discord. Like also the duel between Istos and Kilroy has been just absolute eye candy to watch. I cannot like describe it. I love it. I love the hit scan duels.
We love those hit scan mirrors. Yeah, I mean they're so fun to watch. But for Krakens now, okay. Kilroy, please don't do this to yourself. Please don't do this to our viewers.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, Kilroy is like not Kilroy. Summer has been like completely taken out of the meta because that like ult charge nerf. Dude.
Yeah, EMP does now build slower, which does make Sombra worse.
Yeah, and also the Tree of Life change. We're just gonna walk right past that because it's really weird. Krakens is looking to play a much more fragile backline with Ana Zen compared to. I mean, Baptism is still kind of fragile, but has more sustained due to Lamp and Shift.
This Ana Zen, I mean, this comp, it really does play more around those just fast hits with that Discord, with that anti-nade. You kind of just have to go with your dive and pray that it's enough. But I mean, we're seeing Kingpin going all in already, but Istos able to force out the translocate from Kilroy before he's even able to get any form of hack on. And Kingpin just melted down. He's not even getting to play the game, just taking on the fight instantly. And Krakens, unless you fix something about this comp, unless you've changed your playstyle, figure out something, it's going to be a long 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, like everybody on Empire is currently just on this like one high ground. But we're also going to look at Kilroy just on a bit of a scouting adventure with in the little corner there. Just like having all your DPS on this one angle is going to be absolute hell for Kingpin to contend with as Kilroy finds Glitch.
That's actually a huge pick from Kilroy, as now it sets up the rest of Krakens to get this dive off. That being said, Kingpin dropping super low. Winter almost fell, but the hack almost going to come through on a Train. Train's the only one on this point. A lonely soldier fighting off the hordes, fighting off the Krakens, if you will. But seeing Train now going to get onto this high ground, 60% to that Molten Core. Cry coming back with 80% on that Amplification Matrix. Going to get forced off of this high ground though, and Istos absolutely blown up. There's the dive you need. Mello getting that pick onto Istos is going to pay dividends potentially in this fight, as that could be what you need to break that point open if you are Krakens.
Yeah, that orb volley from Mello was exactly what Krakens needed to open up, as unfortunately Train's going to start cooking and killing both Winston and Kilroy. We're going to have to see a retreat from Krakens come out as their backline's going to get so low and nearly die here.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what you want at all. You do get the Immortality or the Amplification Matrix forced out from Cry. But look at the ult charge on the side of Empire. They've still got those 3 ults, the Gravitic Flux, the Transcendence, and the Molten Core. Krakens now almost at 5. That being said, they don't have Kilroy's EMP. They may not be able to get it. It's
still possible, but like it's gonna be much later, maybe the next, like the fight after this one. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing. You need this EMP. It's a bunker buster in every sense of the term into this poke composition. But Kilroy, only 72%. He's been having a very, very bad time on this Sombra, and it's showing in that Ultards and Gwinta's. Oh my god, that's just inhuman. Mellow takes out Train's Torb Turret. The Nano comes out on the Kingpin on this Winston. The Gravitic Flux and Transcendence matching each other. Glitch's Transcendence was also used. But again, no picks being found. Absolutely nothing since that first kill. That being said, Istos making me eat my words as Kilroy again cut. Sent back to that spawn room. Still not the EMP used. And a minute left on the clock for Krakens.
I mean, Krakens was able to eventually build it, but everybody's currently trapped in this like one small room, which is not very good, especially as on a Zen, because you can just get absolutely poked out from there and just be killed on your way out of rotation. There's like Kilroy.
Kilroy.
You can't be doing this to me.
Kilroy, please. It's
The
just
server experiment has not been successful so far.
they were not cooking. The kitchen's on fire. The alarms are sounding. Toxic's dead, so maybe this is winnable. But Istos still has that Bob online, and 30 seconds left are on the clock for Krakens. Kingpin with his Power Rage is gonna look to zone the rest of Empire, make some space for his team to finally get something on this point. He's not even gonna be able to do that. He just has to sit on this point and wait. And the Bob comes out from Istos to touch. Kingpin can't even force it off, and Aristotle falls. Istos, no, this is so sad. Right, please have mercy. Toxic gets 1, Toxic gets 2, something out of the Diva, Cry gets 3, Istos gets another, and Krakens get absolutely nothing for their trouble. They just got...
That hurt to watch.
I think we have to put a disclaimer for that, for adult. That was rude.
That was incredibly tragic. Like, I think they needed to swap a little bit, or way earlier off of the Sombra there. Just like, you got one EMP that in your match, which is not very good, as you need to consistently have your EMP, like, charging and ready to, like, you essentially need it as, like, a 4th-ish cooldown as Sombra, as it's such an impactful ult for what it does. It could instantly just rumble a team around.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like Krakens, they just didn't have a single advantage that whole fight, that whole offense. They did get the 1 pick. Credit where due, they got the pick onto Toxic in that last fight, but even then, they didn't really do anything off of it. They just went to point, and Kingpin tried to make space with Primal, but wasn't really able to do so, and the rest of the rest of Krakens just fell over. It felt like
Krakens looks much better on the Brawl, while Empire looks better on this dive pokish hybrid.
That's the thing. Empire, they seem to have more of that compositional variety, and with the diversity of map types we have in this game, I think that map diversity, that compositional variety, that versatility could be just absolutely massive for them. As now with the score tied at 1-1, Krakens are going to get this map pick.
They are, but we are not going to be able to find out what they pick until after the halftime. So we will see all of you all after that.
Indeed we will.
Tomorrow when we're alright, that's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are. Over there tomorrow when we're alright, that's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are.
Welcome back from the halftime, everyone. We are ready for some more games against with this wonderful series of Krakens Empires. We are 1-1 currently.
Yeah, I mean, this now we're gonna get to the business end of the series, right? Both teams have sort of shown their hand to some degree, and now we're gonna get to that point where the true mettle of these teams is tested. As in the grand finals, I mean, it's all to play for. Like, everyone wants to win. Everyone. Granted, it's preseason, but still, I mean, that tournament win, that does a lot for your seeding, I'd assume. It does a lot for power rankings, for tier lists. I don't know if those are a thing anymore, but nonetheless,
it's somewhat the thing on like the Preds and like the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, you want to win nonetheless, but
it looks very good.
For Krakens, you really need to. It really feels like you need to get your act together, because on that first map,
on that first map was just,
or that second map.
No, yeah, the second map, like that, if that their dives were not that great, as they also had to switch over to, they were trying to switch over to the poke comp, which was not a very smooth transition either, and then their attack was tragic. It was sad to watch. But it appears like Krakens is going to be on defense for this next match, but we don't know exactly what it is going to be just yet.
Alright. I would assume it's escort.
Yeah, it's an escort map that we know, but I don't remember the specific map.
Okay, next map is Shambali. This is gonna be really okay. See, here's the thing with Shambali. It is pretty sniper heavy. This is one of those maps where you can run the Widow, you can run the Sojourn, you can run that Ashe. And if there is a player in this lobby that loves to run those heroes, it is Istas. I've played with her, I've played against her. Her mechanics are just demonic. Like, genuinely beyond cracked. She's just too good. And I mean, we saw it on the first two maps, but I really think if Istas is in, if they pull this out, if Istas pulls out these sniper heroes, I think it's gonna be very, very hard for Krakens to match that. No shade to the Krakens DPS. I don't know them as well as I do as on these sniper picks. I don't know which one of them would play these sniper picks. I would assume
Kilroy, probably?
I would assume Kilroy would come out on the snipers, but yeah, going into Istas and Train. Okay. We're seeing the same lineup. We're seeing that same line. I think Empire's gonna run the double. I think Empire's gonna run the Sig poke. Krakens though. You're right. Dongwaggler's.
So we have Mercy, Bat, Ramatra. So we have Pharmacy, Ramatra against Orb Ashe. This is. I mean, I guess since Widow's been like a little bit out of the meta due to the range nerfs, you're gonna see something besides Widow, but this is a little bit too much Torb in one series for my liking.
This is strange. I
was gonna say you could maybe see the dive since like Owl teams have been running dive here. Like, wait.
2, 1.
I guess not. I guess we're gonna do some very strange poke brawls and just normal pokes.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure what's happening here.
I think so. I mean, we're seeing this. Okay, this comp from Krakens, it's basically poke. You look at everything on this team, it's poke except for that Ramatra. I don't think the Ramatra's gonna do anything. It's just gonna exist to hold space. Meanwhile, that Pharah, that Sojourn are gonna take angles, look to get value. The map's just gonna keep the Ramatra up. But Empire, they have this little high ground. Their comp is so much better. It's so much better at just being able to hold these high grounds, play these angles, and we're seeing this already. Like Dongwaggler, he's so scared to pick his head out because Istas, because Train, because Glitch could just take him out of the sky. Train's orb turret goes down. Glitch almost got taken out herself or themselves, but they are gonna live by a sliver of health. we're gonna see this fight start to break out a little bit. Cry gonna get first blood onto Kingpin. That's a huge pick. That's what you want if you are Empires now. Without that Ramasha to hold space, without the Nemesis form to take place, you kind of just have to sit back and pray your DPS can get kills. But look at the positions they're in. Aristotle falls and Krakens beaten back.
Yeah, the problem with this boat comp here is like once your tank falls, like you have no way to control the space, especially since Longwell Aguilar is having to run essentially double hit scan as pharmacy, which is, as I think many far players can attest to, not fun because you have to play far cover very well. As Issos is actually gonna find Mello here.
Yeah, that far Mercy. I mean, you really don't want to lose the Mercy. You don't want to lose anyone, but the Mercy is just not going to get.
Switch here.
Dongwagler's switching for sure. Probably to the Ash if I had to guess. No, full brawl.
Oh, full brawl. Full brawl.
Okay. This is really good for This is really good for Krakens. I think Krakens, what they need to do here is they need to rotate through that left side. They need to just go. They need to amp speed, get into the faces of Empire. But you're seeing those ultimates almost online. That Gravitic Flux, that Amplification Matrix, the Bob, the Molten Core. That could be so bad for Krakens to play into. And you're seeing Aristotle falls already. Not who you want to lose at all, is that so much of your healing gone. Toxic gonna feast on that on the post from that with that kinetic grasp, and the Gravitic Flux is gonna come out, gonna be able to live and take out Mello. That's again a first death in these fights, and that's the last person you want to lose. That's your speed gone. That's no healing on the side of Krakens and no hope, as they're going to be forced to walk back to the spawn room again.
Yeah, and Krakens like that entire like in the 2 minutes that they've had, they have not been able to push it past this coffee shop corner. Like, as also Empire has more ults coming up, and compared to what Krakens has, which is going to be very important as the Orbital and Bob here are going.
Moment, but I believe. Alright, Kilroy with the overclock, gonna get the first blood for Krakens in this fight. Gonna take out Glitch. No Transcendence value to be gotten as the Zenyatta is currently dead. Rest in peace, Zenyatta. Rip Bozo, I guess. I hate them. But Kingpin gonna take out Train, so at last, Empire, 40 seconds left on the clock, but they are finally getting something of an advantage. And with Astos falling, they're going to be able to get some decent card progress. Maybe even cap up this first point, but it still hangs in the balance. You're seeing no support from Empire. They are online. You're seeing that bomb from Astos ready to be used as necessary. And on the side of Krakens, that Molten Core, that Annihilation, that sound barrier could be everything. The Amplification Matrix comes out. You're seeing Kingpins in a corner. The sound barrier comes out from Mello, but so too does the bomb from Istos and Glitch, popping this Transcendence on the point. Maybe a bit overzealous, but maybe not, as Kingpin falls. Maybe trade for Istos. Not a great start, but Mello wait, what? Okay, I'm seeing things. Train is, I don't know what's happening anymore. Train gets taken out of the fight. Toxic gets 2! The Gravitic Flux investment is massive! Glitch that whole fight never died, and the Discord presence is so big! And Krakens, somehow from the jaws of victory, they have snatched defeat, and the Empire is going to be able to hold on this first point of Shambali.
Yeah, like, at first I thought Kilroy was going to be able to clutch that up, but after the Transcendence to counter the Annihilation, but then just Toxic comes out of nowhere, gets 2, and then Glitch follows it up by picking, I don't remember who else it was, but that was a very intense last fight, as Empire is in a very good position to put the pressure onto Krakens to not let them pass that coffee shop. It's going to be interesting to see what Krakens cooks up here to just stop Empire's continuous march to the Pacific. I don't know why I made a Manifest Destiny reference there, but I
Was
guess
that a Christopher Columbus joke?
No, Christopher Columbus went to the Indies. The Pacific.
Oh,
was
no. Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark, yeah, that also works.
Yeah. I mean, either way, yeah. Empire, they're running rampant in this fight. In this hold, I really feel like Glitch saved them there. That Glitch, them not dying on that final fight was so big, and
think Krakens here is looking to just maybe spawn hold? No?
No, they have to hold this corner. You can't spawn hold. There's too much open space.
I mean, you've seen it now. Oh no, they're going for the spawn hold.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
it's
are.
happening. You gotta watch out for Istos on the side with the Widow here, though, as they're just gonna be looking to do some pummeling.
Yep, I mean, it's... I was gonna say, Krakens are looking to send Empire to Pound Town, but nothing's really happening thus far. The Immortality Field Force so early and Kingpin falls! What is happening? What am I looking at, Krakens? No, you cannot let that happen! And Kilroy the next to fall! Dongwaggler's gonna get one onto Istos, but Mello's gone. It's just Aristotle, and it's just Dongwaggler trying to make something happen. They're gonna fall, and Empire just... The steamroll comp getting steamrolled, I guess, is... Krakens, their spawn hold just crumbled.
The idea with the Krakens' comp, like with that spawn hole, is to take as much time off the clock, but like as we can see here, they didn't really take much off, as Aristotle again has the upper hand with the baffled, though. It's going to be very crucial in this next fight, as Split is going to find Gilroy.
Gilroy's gonna fall, Dongwaggler's gonna fall, Kingpin just looking for that lonely pick onto the Torbjorn might be able to get it. No way, Train lived that, that's insane. Kingpin falls, and it's just sad. It's just sad. Krakens, they're just getting run over. This poke comp, these DPS from Empire are doing so well, and it really feels like Krakens, they cannot match it. Like, the first picks are always coming through on the side of Empire, and we're seeing as this cart rounds the final corner, that gong, that death knell for Krakens, maybe starting to ring just a little bit. The Amplification Matrix from Aristotle! Oh, it's a disaster, completely beef. But it still gets the pick on a glitch. That being said, Istos trading out Kilroy, maybe still winnable, but Toxic's gonna fall. The Molten Core invested. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe this is actually holdable.
I mean, it's certainly holdable, but they have to win every single fight after this. With like 2 minutes on the clock for Empire. Well, Empire also is coming up on a window, Transcendence, and already has Gravitic Flux and Bob. Well, is coming up on Blizzard and Earth Shatter, and also have them initially in this next fight, which could be the difference maker here. Things are just starting off a little bit slow, but we'll see what happens. The window comes out from Cry.
It's a bit of a stuffed window from Cry, lifted up by that Maywall, but Toxic doesn't care. He's gonna get this Gravitic Flux off anyways. The sound barrier force from Mello, but 1 minute left on the clock at 10 seconds and counting. 10 seconds and then some, I should say. The bomb from Istos, huge bomb! Absolutely massive value, and Istos is gonna be punished for just, really, I guess would have been bad luck. But Istos is gonna fall. Krakens, they swapped onto the Reinhardt, and their fortunes instantly look a lot better, actually. If Kingpin does have this Earth Shatter online, is gonna opt to use it, and is gonna force out the Transcendence from Glitch, which honestly I think might have been the most value you could hope to get, as that is a critical ult for Empire gone. That's their only one, and Istos now, she's hearing the music, she's gonna swap to Soldier, and Empire, a full brawl swap. Krakens have somehow turned this around.
Yeah, and Empire now only has 30 seconds here, as they also have this massive ult advantage. Empire, as they had essentially just to reset everything and invested all their ults into that last fight. Empire's gonna have to pull off another miracle here.
Indeed they are, in that Amplification Matrix, gonna look to put the hammer down in a sense, as the 10 seconds left on this clock for Empire to make something happen. They need a pick, they need it bad, and they're gonna be looking to Istos, to Train, to Glitch, perhaps on this map. The Kilroy's Amplification, or High Noon comes out, not gonna get anything. The Immortality Field Force out, but the Blizzard sounds from Dongwaggler. The Immortality Field goes down, and with it, do Krakens, do the time bank, the overtime wick burning, the Krakens' hopes are going to be fulfilled, as they're gonna put themselves on match point, and they're gonna go up 2-1.
We saw like multiple times throughout this entire map, like the difference maker for both teams is like that initial window. Like at the beginning of the fights, like it was like as soon as those windows come out, like both teams like instantly went onto turbo mode. Like Empire had to look to either retreat or push forward. Krakens had to do for all shenanigans to get around it. Like each time, it was that Baptiste differential for both sides. Like both Baptiste players have so far been very good. Let's not get that twisted here. Both are very good. They're
Definitely. I mean, that's the thing. Flex support. I think it's the best role in the game. I mean, it's the most fun to play. It's the most powerful, and we're really seeing that. We're really the potential of this role is really being showcased as those critical cooldowns, those critical plays are coming out in force from both of these players, from Glitch, and from Aristotle. I mean, but again, like you said, both of these players very, very, very solid, very competent in their own right, and we're seeing that now. But Krakens, what a
turnaround.
a perfect turnaround. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, word for word, what I was gonna say. Like, that's a perfect turnaround at the perfect time, and it really has to be said. Kingpin went from just not having a great time on that Ramatra, getting kind of destroyed in the first half. Even on Blizzard World, wasn't really having the best of times. It's just an absolutely dominant showing on that Reinhardt, and like.
Yeah, as soon as we saw the Reinhardt swap, like Krakens seemed to feel a lot more in their own skin.
Exactly.
One way to say it.
Yeah, they looked a lot more confident. They looked so much more sure of themselves, and it seemed like the opposite was true of Empire. Like, that compositional mirror, it doesn't really favor the brawl or the poke, as there's the Sig composition. Yeah, you can sit on those high grounds, but the brawl comp, you take those rotates well, you just get run onto. You're dead. You got a big beefy German guy in your face. You've got a Maywall splitting your DPS, splitting your supports off. It's not great for you, and I mean, really
it works specifically on this map, not like against other like maps like I would say Havana, Junkertown, and Sugar Royale. The other single maps, it doesn't really, it doesn't really work as well because they don't have like those same close rotations that they have.
Exactly. I mean, definitely.
It worked very well in Krakens' favor. This for this one map, which I think was a very good pick from. I think it was Krakens that picked this map, right?
Yeah, it was Krakens.
Honestly, I think at this point, like this could be a map by banger. Is it going to be? I'm not entirely sure, but I could see it become.
Yeah, I really feel like Empire
and Krakens are like pretty evenly matched so far. Like Krakens has shown their comfort on the brawl comp. Empire has shown their comfort on the dive and the poke, but Krakens has been able to enforce this brawl composition on both Oasis and Shambali. It just keeps working out in their favor. So like they just need to, if they are able to do that, they should keep doing that.
I definitely agree, but I think at the same time, Empire, you need to be a bit more fluid, a bit more adaptable, because really that Sig poke, it was working, but once it stopped working, it just died. It was dead in the water. It was...
Fortunately for Empire,
they weren't getting any value out of it, and I really felt like they needed to switch. They needed to try something else. Maybe they needed to take the brawl mirror. Like, yeah, you lost the 1 point on Oasis, but you could have lost the map on Shambali. Or you did lose the map on Shambali because you were unable to swap off of that Sig comp. And I really think down that sight line, down that short ramp, it's so hard for your DPS to get the angles you need, for the Sig to get the poke they need, as it's literally like one speed amp and the Rhine's in your face, the May is on you, the Torg's in your face, the Casses, whatever Kilroy was on, I don't even remember at this point. But
Cassidy, I believe.
Yeah, it was the Cass. But it feels like Empire. It's match point now for you. You have to win. You have to win this next 2 maps.
As we've just been told, Empire has chosen Colosseo for their next map, which is another map that is, I would say, pretty favored for the brawl. So I'm interested to see why they chose that over Esperanza and New Queen Street. Maybe they have some better understanding of the map than I do on what's going to work for them. But it's now or never to prove that they're still in this fight, and that Krakens is, in fact, not the better team. Also, one little thing I noticed: Empire and Krakens are in the same pool, like for Transcendence season. Yeah.
They've already played twice this season. This is their second meeting.
So this
So
is the first.
oh wait, no, they
They-
played in the winners bracket.
They did?
Yeah, they
Oh,
played in the
so-
winners bracket. Empire won 2-1.
Oh, so Krakens is like on a. This is a grudge map for sure. Krakens as well. Like, and
It
then,
is.
and then we're gonna see like probably gonna see this matchup again in the regular season. So that's gonna be interesting to watch as like these teams are just keep going at it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a storyline and a half, and I think it's gonna be really fun to watch. I mean, as this season unfolds, we're gonna see potentially new teams, new players coming to the forefront. Maybe some trades, or maybe some pickups. You never know. But this
This is gonna be
I mean,
this is gonna be a story to watch.
This is definitely it's gonna be it's a longer season format as well than most other leagues. So you're gonna see these teams gain a lot of synergy and such, and I think it's Coliseo is our next map. We're probably gonna see some brawl. I mean, it's possible we see
more
dive.
than likely. I
Yeah.
have not seen much dive because like this one like this as like the cinematic is like showing this one specific area is like not entirely great for dive, and also like there's just too much open area for a dive to be operating within. If that makes sense. Like there's some parts where it's like higher cover and high ground that do work in a dive saver, but like as I understand it, brawl just feels much smoother on this map. I think Glitch was trolling on Life Weaver a little bit looking at that HP. Peripheral?
I was
Okay, just
drinking
making sure
water.
you're alive, just making sure.
I'm here. No, the heat hasn't claimed me yet.
Okay, good. As we see, people
We're seeing
has been
a
salted.
Ram Brawl mirror. People men
Oh,
are
boy.
Ramatra. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be good. I mean, Kilroy's still same lineups except for B-Ball Man coming in on tank on the side of Empire. So this Ram Brawl mirror, we're seeing a bit of a difference in that Krakens wants to go more for that straight brawl, whereas Istos on this Sojourn gonna look to play a bit more pokey, gonna look to play a bit more around those charge shots to get that burst in, and just
Yeah.
open up the
You also have a little bit more vertical mobility to get over the Maywall with the Soj slide. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's perfect if we able to get over there, but it could work in their favor here, as Istos is going to be looking for this wall off angle here.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing Istos already getting that 100% charge shot. Not really going to get anything with it, though. Just looking for that perfect opportunity. Playing super patient, actually. But Istos, there it is. He lets fly and takes out Kilroy. A bullet to the head. A very very one at that. And Bry, rather, going to follow suit, getting Dongwaggler out of this fight. So Empire, this is a great statement to make. I mean, in this brawl mirror, you win the first fight. You put yourselves on the front foot.
Yeah, like this initial fight for Empire is gonna be pretty important, as like the farther you push the bot, the farther that Krakens is gonna have to push it back, which is going to set up this nice tempo, like push and pull for them. As honestly, ult charge is pretty even, but Kilroy's had to switch over to the Sojourn as Istos has already found the overclock.
I mean, yeah, great work from Istos to get that poke. I mean, to get that poke online, to be able to build up that ult charge, and that's just what I was referring to, is those mechanical prowess from Istos, paying his dividends and paying them in kind. Hey, we're gonna see now. I mean, the overclock comes out from Istos, and there is Aristotle falls. That's so much of your healing gone. B-Ball Man able to get two, but Dongwaggler does take out Istos. That overclock, maybe not finding as much value as she would have liked, but Kilroy does fall. Kingpin's in to follow, and Empire, they keep the bot rolling.
Yeah, as soon as Aristotle and I can't really read the other name right now, it's a little bit pixely for me, but Mello, there we go, are dead. Like, it's pretty much over for Krakens, but as we're gonna see here, like, Krakens is coming up on all 5 of their ults, while Empire has basically every others besides Overclock. It's gonna be maybe an ult ultimate, or maybe a very surgical execution from either side on taking back this ball. When it comes out from Aristotle here, and the line pulse as well from Twitch. We're also going to see the beat come out as B-Ball Man's looking to just control this spot. The beat is going to also come out from Mello as Kingpin's going to be looking to aggress onto Empire with this Annihilation. Evil Man's going to die in the process as well as Train. The Kingpin's going to find 3 here. Unsurprised. Istos also falls in the process. Truly an unfortunate series of events for him, for Empire, as the Kraken's gonna just start pushing the bot very slowly, not looking to just do anything too crazy, as ultimate economy is pretty even as Evil Man does have Annihilation, but Trains is going to find Kilroy, which is going to be a very important pick for Empire here, as they're going to just start pushing the bot back. We're gonna see Glitch just continuously hold this area, and Kilroy is going to be looking for the overclock as Glitch is going to come out with Lamp at the window. Evil Man is on the verge of death here, as Lamp is also broken by Aristotle. Evil Man's going to be using his Annihilation as Dongweiler looks to annihilate, use the Blizzard back as Dongweiler is straight for Evil Man. This fight is incredibly close here, as Train's going to be maybe dying as Istos gets the overclock off, killing Aristotle in the process. It's still anyone's game, as Mello is going to be getting killed by Istos. His mechanical prowess continually being shown by Istos looking to go on the off angle, killing Kingpin in the process. Istos just keep finding players. Unbelievable. As the play is going to be again pushed by Empire. Purple, are you good? As we're gonna keep the show going, then here's the Empire right now is just going to be laying. Is going to just look to be pushing the bot a little bit as when it comes out from Aristotle, looking to keep an advantage, but Train counters with the Blizzard and finds Kingpin with it, but the feed from Mel is just a little bit too late to save Kingpin's life. And that's going to be, again, the fight for Empire as they look to finally get this forward spawn. But Krakens is going to be contesting from the point as Dongweiler goes into the trials to be invincible. Is going to be walling up the rest of the team from Prize, looking for some kind of kill as Istos again finds Kingpin. And I think it's going to be all she wrote for this first point as Istos again. It's actually just insane what Istos is pulling off here. As there's the first point. As we're gonna also see Glitch and Cry come out with this. They're gonna have their both support ults for Empire. It's gonna be out here as Kingpin is. Krakens is working towards Overclock and Blizzard. The Annihilation ready to go. Kingpin's gonna be looking to follow Evil Man. The other pass come out from there. Evil Man's gonna die in the process. Both lamps have been destroyed as Kingpin's going to find another. Istos is trying to bring it back, but it's going to be killed in the process. I think this fight's just apparently just one for Krakens. We're going to see them try and push past the flip point. And again, Fire still has both support ults and is working towards Annihilation while still having the Istos has again gotten the OC. Honestly insane from Istos. Again, this mechanical prowess. We're going to see the window come out from Glitch and is going to be comboed with Istos' overclock. Is going to be killed in the process, just losing their ults as well. Empire again just bringing this back. Continually being Istos is again just been carrying Empire with this just shot after shot, rail after rail. Charging him up so quickly and getting him off. Actually just wild to watch this happen in real time, as this lead for Empire is just going to keep being pushed further and further as Krakens is going to be looking to rotate to take back. It appears Empire is going to be giving it, however, Evil Man is going in, trying to stall it as long as possible. Maybe there's a plan with the Annihilation. Train finds Dongweiler. It's actually denied. Flame comes out from Glitch, which is going to be countered by Mello's Beats as Oatbeats come out actually. Riot throws out theirs. Killer has been forced to drop down from his high ground and is trying to regroup back to the point as Empire's just keeps pushing it. And Krakens needs to figure something out. The Fuel Man's going to come out with the Annihilation going straight into the middle of the team as Waggler uses the ult to counter it, but it's going to also be countered by Train's ult instead. However, it's not going to matter as Kilroy on the capacity is going to find Glitch. He'll get behind Mellow. And for that fight, it's going to go the way of the Krakens fight. It'll be 1-1.
We've got the robot. Let's move.
Okay. Apologies. Fine. Everything's fine. We're going to continue to see this push from the Krakens as they have to push it past this first point, this point flip. But what Empire has in store is not yet known. Besides OC again. Every time I mention Istos, I swear she has her ultimate. Kilroy is going to be able to get a high new. It doesn't really find him, but it's actually no. Never mind. Finds Mellow as goes out for the ultimate. Kingpin trying to counter it is. I think this goes away as Krakens again. Three people killed.
Yeah, I get back. My internet's back. Yippee! Wait, I hate PG days so much. It's so sad, but yeah. While I mean Empire. I don't even know what happened. All I know is Empire
Empire has a very strong lead right now.
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah, the window's gonna come out from Aristotle here to just try and bring back this. It close up the lead between them and Empire.
Yeah, I mean at this point it's equally a game of buying time, buying space for that cart as much as it is getting picks and winning fights. But you're seeing now Train with his Blizzard could just lock the fight down on the Mei. Mello's sound barrier does come out, but the speed amp isn't there to get his team out of it. The Mei wall is though excellent from Dongwaggler to keep his team alive through what could have been just a fight done right then and there. But Mello not gonna be so fortunate as he is gonna fall. Empire are gonna take the map as Krakens just don't touch.
C9? Charles the Knight? Huh?
I think that's a C9.
Honestly, Empire there looked a lot better on the brawl compared to Krakens. Like, as you were saying earlier, like, Istos like was just cooling down. It's continuously just like hitting rail after rail as like Krakens just couldn't find a solution against it. Fortunately for them.
Yeah, I credit to Krakens, or to Empire. That was really well done, and I mean, from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing, it seems like Istos had herself a bit of a map, and
she had a map. She had a map.
Yep, there. I mean, that's just Istos for you. An insane mechanical player with the brain to follow up. Like, it's truly. I mean, it's truly great to see a player like that work. But for Krakens now, I mean, it's do or die, even more so than any of the previous maps were, where you just need to be winning. You need to figure out something about Istos. You need to be able to shut down Istos' impact, whether that's just running at the rest of her team or doing something to make sure she doesn't get space. Like, it has to be. You can't just ignore.
You can't just ignore them, yeah. Also, just it was truly unfortunate. Like, as soon as you came back, the C9 just happened out of nowhere. I don't know what happened there. As it appears that we are going to be going to Lijiang Tower, a very solid classic within Tranquility, as stated from Mr. Yeti yesterday. It was either Dex or Mr. Yeti. I don't remember who said it though specifically. There goes my dog. I'm personally excited because like this is it has a very diverse compositions. A lot of compositions can be played here. We have the Rhyme Brawl on the Control Center, I believe. Gardens, you can also see Brawl or Dive, and then you see a lot of Dive on a tower. A lot happens there. Very interesting to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean,
This is really the map to just bring it back for everyone.
This is where you need to pull the things out. This is where you need to go all the way. Where you need to cook. It's now or never. For both of these teams, it is now or never. Because if you win this match, I mean, you're the champion of preseason. It's granted, it's not as nice as winning the whole thing, but it's a pretty big accolade, and it certainly
comes with
one that I
bragging
think
points.
it does, and it's one that I think both of these teams would certainly like to have under their belt, especially given that they're new. They're all new teams. Neither of these teams have played in Tranquility before this season. Krakens is part of an org that has played, or that has fielded teams in the 2 seasons prior, but Empire, completely new, completely untested organization. I mean, what a start it would be to the season. Granted, both of these teams do have a ton of veterans, but all the same, like, you do want to get your franchises, your teams off to a good start, and this is the best way to do so.
Give me a moment. I'm trying to pull up the standings and schedule to see what they are both. So this is also going to come back into like this tempo around like the Indigo pool, as I did say it a little bit earlier. Both teams are in the same pool. It's going to be like it's since both are representing the Indigo pool right as of now. Whoever comes out here on top here is looking to be one of the best teams within that specific team pool, which should come down to a bit of a psychological effect for other teams, and that would be the team to be in that pool.
Yeah,
it comes with a lot of factors.
I think both these teams are going to be the best in their respective pool, but
they're in the same pool.
Both of these teams are going to be at the top of their pool.
I mean, they are. It's going to be interesting to watch as they're how they operate within those pools. But also, I guess right now it's more important that we focus on this map 5 banger that I kind of predicted.
Yeah, we're going back into this final map, and it's gonna be Lijiang Tower. Okay, so this is really just thematically, it's the perfect map to finish on. I mean, you get that brawl, you get that dive. It's probably the most versatile composition-wise in terms of control maps. But as we're going in to Night Market, we're gonna see, okay, no funny business. Straight brawl mirror. I like this.
No ball, no funny ball pump. So sad.
This is so sad. No ball Farah, no dishonesty here. We're gonna see straight brawl, straight just gaming with this, with this DPS line. I would imagine both these teams keep the Symmetra just for that teleport onto point. The sole difference is that Ramatra versus that Reinhardt. I actually think this is one of those few cases where the Reinhardt is better, as with those sim turrets, with that main wall. If you're able to establish your foothold on the point, it's so hard for that Ramatra team to find a way in. We're gonna see the Empire the first to get onto this point. No picks being committed just yet. No, the main wall comes out from Train. We're gonna see Dongguang the first to fall, taken out by his opposite number in Train on that May, getting huge value, and Istas is gonna fall, but not before getting 2 for her trouble, setting up Empire to get this first cap.
I mean, as you were saying, like, as if Krakens could get set up on this point, like it'd be very hard for Empire to break on the Ramatra. However, since Empire has the initial point advantage, that like goes a little bit out the window. It's also Evil has a little bit closer, and we're gonna see this engagement from Dragon up to point.
Yeah, we're gonna see Kingpin just gets melted. Those sim turrets from Istas are just murderous in their own right. Getting 2 picks on the Kingpin and Mellow. Glitch does fall, but Empire, their hold is rock solid. Their foundation will not be challenged. Cry falls. Kilroy getting 90% on that symmetrical wall, but Empire 30% and counting, and they're gonna have that annihilation for the next fight.
I mean, it's almost there, and they're also going to have the sim wall a little bit earlier than Kilroy, but Istos has been doing a very good job this entire series, as we're going to see Empire looking for this rotation, but Kilroy's going to come out with the walls to split the 20 in half here.
Yeah, we're gonna see that immortality or the implication matrix. I keep mixing those two up. Coming out from Aristotle, but Kingpin Gonna take out Istos. No Fire Strike needed. The power of the hammer is gonna put Istos in the dirt. The Suffer comes out. The Annihilation rather from B-Ball Man. You're gonna look to get some value. Gonna look to get some big punches out. But Kilroy with that microwave just melts him down. No such value to be found. And Train, a lonely soldier on this point. Going to maybe live. The sound barrier from Cry invested in a 3v5, a bit of a questionable one in my opinion, especially with Glitch falling off the map. That's virtually all your healing gone. And even with Aristotle falling, Cry not going to escape, and Krakens gonna take the point.
Cry needed to save the beat there. Istos is going to switch over to the Sojourn, but like, beat was so important because you kind of needed to survive the Shatter onslaught. You can, like, Dawnweiler is also gonna have this Blizzard coming out soon, but Empire has to look to now crack the egg that is this Bunker Brawl comp, as you were saying, which is going to be very difficult on this round. A little bit difficult, yes. Kilroy almost nearly dies there.
Ooh, Kilroy almost got crumpled. I mean, it's a very strong egg. It's a very durable one. As we're seeing now with that Blizzard coming out from Dongwaggler, just forcing Empire into a corner, but Kilroy is going to be the one put down into that corner and into the dirt, as B-Ball Man gonna be able to take him out, but the Shatter from Kingpin comes through, gonna be able to get a pick on the B-Ball Man and one onto Train. Kingpin getting a bit over-aggressive perhaps, especially with the pick having come through on Aristotle, who is gonna be coming back through the spawn, but Krakens, they hold strong, and their point percentage is keeping on going and climbing upwards.
Yeah, like as I was saying earlier, like as soon as Kingpin Shatter was like, it was over for Empire that fight. We are going to. Oh, Train dies early. That's not good for Empire, especially since
that's if you want to lose, especially with that Blizzard offline. Now we're gonna see Istos has the overclock, Glitch has the sound of the amplification matrix, but Glitch is gonna be taken out. The hammer of Kingpin, no amplification will be coming in through here. Kingpin with a noise complaint and a half, I guess that is. So 75% in climbing, 77 now. Krakens, you're really getting to that last fight territory. You're getting to the point where one big play could be everything. One big ultimate, one misplay. So close here, but the Empire with these ultimates might just look to turn the fight in their favor. The Blizzard comes out, the amplification matrix comes out from Glitch. Mellow falls, that's the first pick, that's the last person you want to lose, with that sound barrier now being taken off the field. Istos is overclocked, maybe a bit too much, maybe you don't need to use that one, but the picks are going to come through, even with Train falling, the picks trending in favor of Empire, but the amplification matrix from Aristotle comes out, and Aristotle falls. Hello? Krakens?
I mean, like, the Shatter also came out, like, and unfortunately Kingdom was like, not able to find anything, but we also saw so many ults out. The only thing that both teams are going to have here is this tempo beat to maybe keep the fight going, because, like, it's final fight for both. I don't think it's that first going to be able to touch there.
Both teams only have that sound barrier online. Dongwaggler, though, getting close to that Blizzard. Oh, that sound barrier come out from both sides. The perfect match of beats. Nothing on the field now until Dongwaggler can build up that Blizzard. The Blizzard, which could start an eternal winter for Empire. As B-Ball Man falls, so too does Train, so does Cry. And it's all red in the kill feed. And the Krakens, they rise out of the deep to claim their prey and take this first control point. And now, Aqua, it is match point. It is do or die. It is all to play for Empire.
Sorry, match point for match point. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate for Empire. It's like the Kraken, like we have the Kaiju, the Krakens rising out from the deep to just absolutely destroy the city. Empire needs to find their Godzilla to save them. I'm making too many references here.
It's working though.
Oh no, Istos, please no, not the Bastion again.
Istos, please, that's not Godzilla, that's a robot with PTSD, please.
I mean, Mechagodzilla does exist.
That's true.
What? Godzilla lore is weird.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay.
Still broke on from both teams, a little bit different Sim versus Bastion.
We're seeing the Symmetra on the side of Kraken, but no such Symmetra from Empire, opting to roll out on that Bastion as it's being. So this Maywall gonna come through from Train, just gonna look to get a little bit of displacement off, and Dongwaggler the first to fall once again, but nothing more. Just far. Istos gonna be very, very low, barely gonna be able to live, but the Immortality Field come out from both sides, first down instantly, and Kilroy the next to fall. Empire, they win the first fight. bear in mind, they did win the first fight on the last map. They need to show something else here.
Yeah, Istos was able to like get the second sentry form off after getting the kill onto, I believe it was Ilroy? No, it was somebody. Somebody got killed. Which
It was Dongwaggler.
it was Dogwaggler. Dogwaggler got that was initially picked off, which did set the motion straight for Empire. Aristotle already has window again. Holy!
They're just crazy. They're just insane on flex support. The window comes out. The implication moves is taking to put a bit of damage through onto this point, but the nuke, the artillery form from Istos comes out. No damage, no kills, really. So the fight still hangs firmly in the balance. The amplification matrix now coming out from Glitch as well as that immortality field, and Dongwaggler the first death again. Dong, no, please, I beg of thee. Mellow the next call at the hands of Istos. That's 2 more picks and Empire. 48, 50% count and counting. Istos does fall, but it's still working out pretty well for them.
Empire did have to invest 3 ults there, but again, it's like one of those was a fashion ults, like, if you don't get value, you don't get value, but if you do, ooh, very good. Krakens is looking to have this Death Blossom, which they did switch on at 1.2. And also still building towards in Shatter, but we'll see what some of them against this Annihilation try as well.
Yeah, it does remain to be seen what kind of value these teams can get. That Death the Blossom comes out from Kilroy. That's 2 picks. A sound barrier from both teams. Mel, I don't think you needed that in the slightest, but it's not really going to matter as it's all red in the kill feed. Empire not even getting the 1 pick there for their troubles. And it's going to be a point flip.
Hopefully the same thing does not happen as did on Gardens, as we see Kraken's going to have not beats, Window, Blizzard, and Shatter, while Empire essentially has nothing. Empire has to somehow figure out a way to win in the neutral, or just use this fight to slowly build ultimates.
They are gonna have that nuke configuration, that artillery configuration, whatever it's called, and the Shatter comes out! No, the anti-synergy! Oh, this is so sad, but it doesn't even matter! Kingpin showing why he's on top as he gets 2 with the amplification matrix, with the Fire Strike combo. Holy! Kingpin actually...
Kingpin just does not care. Was able to thread the needle using the window to get the first thought and Mellow with singular Fire Strike. I couldn't even be mad if I was Kraken's backline right there. Wait, no, Empire's backline.
Yeah, that's just that's just a hammer being slammed down onto the head of B-Ball Man. Nashville gonna come through, but no picks. We found Kilroy very, very low. I almost said Kilroy. He is 1 in a trillion, but it will not be enough to save him. As the Blizzard comes through from Dongwaggler, Kilroy falls. No picks coming through for the side of Krakens. Until now, Ishtos falls 71% to 88, but that Blizzard from Train gonna just create so much space for the rest of Empire, and Mellow's gonna fall. Aristotle's gonna fall. No supports on the side of Empire. Or of Krakens. They're gonna cap this point 88% to 82 now. And Empire, they could put themselves in a position to cap up this point, send us to a map 3.
Ball's looking to touch going for the long side. Are they gonna be able to do it? I don't think they. No. Oh, yes!
Mellow barely makes it on. The Earth Shatter is online from Kingpin, and it hits like 5. That hit 3. Never mind, my mistake. I cannot count. And Kilroy is gonna be seeing stars after that. Just put into the dirt by Istos, who gets 3 on this Reaper. Train gonna put the final nail. I suppose it was a icicle in the coffin of Krakens as it goes to a 3rd map. We're finishing this on Gardens.
This has been way too close for a preseason. Holy.
My head hurts. I'm going to. This is. Yeah.
Istos and Train were cooking that entire map. I'm not gonna lie. They were there the entire time. Just the Bastion actually looked good there. I'm not gonna lie. I hate it though.
Oh, night mission.
Yeah, we're gonna see this Brawl Mirror coming out again for a 3rd map. Okay, this... I don't even know where this is gonna go, because the thing is, it's been so end to end. It feels like neither team can really get that definitive advantage. It's a definitive advantage. It's so back and forth, so end to end. And with this sim teleport onto the point, Krakens are going to be the first team to take it, are going to be able to establish this little bit of a chokehold. This is sometimes where you see that Pharah brawl, that ball composition, but no such shenanigans will be occurring here. It's that straight brawl, it's that honest Overwatch, it's what you love to see, and it's going to be a mirror as both main walls come out, an almost exact mirror continuing onward as this, the Kilroy gonna look to build up charge on that Symmetra with that beam, with that microwave. Kingpin just playing around these edges. He knows he doesn't have to hard commit, but once he does, he's at risk of getting stunned up by that main wall, getting isolated and nearly taken out. The Immortality Field comes out to bail him out of jail, to get him out of that, get out of jail free card. But Kilroy gonna get that first pick on the train. Kingpin already has this shatter. He could make use of it. He is gonna need to though, as he gets the pick onto Istos as B-Ball Man falls and Krakens. They take the point.
Oh man. I think so far as we've seen, like in this brawl mirror, like even if it's like slight changes, like for Krakens with the Symmetra or Empire with the Reaper, like the first whatever team gets the first pick is likely going to be the win time. But
indeed it is.
Empire has both their support ults already.
I think a big part. Well, yeah. The only reason that Krakens does it is because Aristotle had already built theirs and used it. And Kingpin! That's the Earth Shatter you need! That's the Earth Shatter heard around the world, really, as Mello gets a second onto Istos and Empire.
Which fell off the map again.
Ooh-wee! Glitch jumped off the map again, yeah, and... wow, yeah.
So we cannot keep making this US history references. This is getting out of hand.
I don't even know where the reference was there. My...
Got heard around the world?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize that was a US reference. Oh my god. Okay, rest in peace, JFK. But regardless, Krakens will hope they are not the ones resting in peace in this fight as the sim wall comes out from Kilroy to buy his team a little bit of space. I mean, the Upper comes out now, the Implication Matrix from Glitch as well, but no picks being found, and B-Ball Man gets absolutely melted. The Blizzard from Train comes out, but no picks to come, only, okay, supposed to do it. Istos gets 2, Istos gets 3, offering a window of hope, a shepherd for her team, escorting them into the light, getting them onto this point, giving them a window of hope in a fight where they so desperately needed it. Now, it is the role reversal of a lifetime. Krakens at 92%, Empire climbing up from 0.
Empire has to win every single fight onwards. Like they just aren't given the luxury of time here. But fortunately for them, they're a bit close to a neutral fight. But Kingpin is much closer to Shatter, as we're going to see Krakens looking to come from the white room.
Yeah, neither team really has any ults. Cry dropped very, very low. Kingpin gonna... B-Ball Man, wait, that's B-Ball Man on the Reinhardt. I hadn't even noticed that he switched, but he's getting dropped very low. The Immortality Field forced out, and B-Ball Man won. B-Ball Man caught the shatter from Kingpin. A resounding hammer of victory, as he says, it will not be your day, Empire. Your throne is made of sand, and your castle is made of glass. And he sets it on fire, burns it down, and takes the point for his team as B-Ball Man rolling onto that ever-present Wrecking Ball, his favorite hero, his last resort, as the Empire, they're beaten, they're battered, but they're not yet out of it. They're still on this point, but they're gonna need some magic to make it out of this one alive as the sim wall comes out from Kilroy, splitting off this point, and Dong Waggler, he's walking forward, he's slamming his schlong out on the scrim table and saying bask in all its glory, but no one's watching as they're too busy killing the rest of his team. Istos gets 4 again, a shepherd, a savior for her team, as 37%, and somehow Empire have pulled it back.
I mean, to be fair, Glass and Concrete are both made out of sand, so like you're not entirely
That is true.
wrong.
Concrete's not entirely sand, though.
It's mostly sand. Yeah, Empire has a very interesting comp now. It was originally just for the stall, but they have to now like make it work against this Blizzard and be as Kingpin is again almost as another shot. Dong Waggler's dead.
Dong Waggler falls. Wait, this is actually winnable for Empire now, as they have those 2 ultimates. They have the Pulse Bomb, they have the Minefield. This could be some Shanghai Dragons redemption arc against the Dallas Fuel in 2022. The dawn of the Wrecking Ball, the era of the Rat could be here, could be happening all over again, and Tranquility Transcendence here. It's not quite Owl, but we will take it nonetheless.
Big minds.
The sound barrier on the line for Mellow, not going to be able to get anything with it though, as no pick comes through from the mines, and Krakens now they're moving on to the point. They're getting that blizzard out, and B-Ball Man rolls right into it. The unsuspecting rat, he smells cheese. I know rats aren't the ones that fall for the funny cheese trap, but in this case, B-Ball Man falls nonetheless, and the hammer once more. This one shall not be denied. Kingpin gets that pick, gets another onto Cry, and at the final hour, Krakens are retaking this point, and there is nobody from Empire to touch. It's just B-Ball Man, a lonely rat on the point, and he's not gonna be able to live.
It's GG's.
Krakens. That's it.
That was an incredibly close match. Like, holy. I don't sound like it, but I'm severely flabbergasted. I hate myself. An incredibly close match between two very good teams. I think it ended in the most poetic way possible here, as Krakens bringing it back from the depths. Empire has no Godzilla to save him here.
Empire does not have a Godzilla. This is so sad. But Krakens, they have the kaiju of their own, and it will be their lucky talisman. They have a kaiju. His name is Kingpin. What more need I say? That man was a force of pure dominance on that Reinhardt. Just continually being the tip of the spear, being that figurehead, not necessarily a figurehead, is that Empire didn't really do anything. Exactly, Chad Hart, the Giga Chad, the Reinhardt, the big man with the big shield and the bigger hammer, and the biggest spirit of everyone in the lobby.
Average Wrecking Ball fan versus average Reinhardt enjoyer.
It's actually just the Soy versus the Giga Chad, and ultimately a very aesthetically pleasing scoreboard, but it is going to be Krakens taking that win, getting revenge on Empire for their loss in the winners bracket.
Well, let me check the schedule real quick. I believe they do go against each other.
That might be their first match of the regular season, actually. I don't remember though. But regardless, I mean, what a match this has been. If nothing else, it shows us preseason is gonna this season of Transcendence is gonna be really, really stacked. Almost makes me sad that I'm not playing in it, but you know, I got my reasons. I'd rather be watching it from the casting couch than inting and losing my team a match.
They fight against each other in week 2.
Oh,
so like, not even that far away. So
that's gonna be
the story's gonna continue. We're gonna get yeah. Very close match. Wonderful performances from everyone. I don't think there was we had the one Shambali, but like everybody at one point was like having their major highlights, which
everyone had a highlight. It really felt like everyone on every team had a moment where they just popped off, went crazy. It just goes to show how stacked these two teams are. It's great to watch.
Transcendence is going to be very interesting to watch, even more interesting to play, and I'm not going to lie.
Definitely.
Yeah, like very, very strong teams in this tier this season. I'm very excited to see where the story's going to go. But that's basically all we have for you tonight. Shout out to... I want to give a specific shout out to Kilroy and Istos for like the legendary duel that was like consistently happening. Also, shout out to our producers. Love it. Love to see them.
Production staff are goated.
Yeah, great people over there. But yeah, that's gonna be a good night from us. Come back tomorrow for the Ascendant tier. I believe we have Ascendant tier finals against. Let's see here.
Thanks to my internet for dying halfway through Colosseo. I love PG&E Bat Chest.
I believe it's going to be Chicago Deep Dish versus Volcanic.
Ooh, okay, that's gonna be very good. Yeah, both of those
funny
teams.
Dab Master team.
The funny Dab Master team and the funny Volcanic team.
Exactly. So that's all from us, and we will see you soon.